and drop it off. I don't know if it'll drop off at one point particularly. You just have to be careful when you go in there because there's some areas with too big a vehicle you can't get in or out.
Right.
And so, because the roads are just, I mean, unbelievably bad. And so, they may take it all into one area and he'll say, just, okay, we'll drop it here. And then we'll have people come in from these other areas and pick it up. You know, we'll find out when that happens.
Right.
But right now, we're not ready for that. But yesterday was our first day of collections. And I tell you what, I just, you know, every once in a while the Lord does something like this. It's I think he does it just to say, Doug, now see how big I am?
That's right. That's
a lot
right.
bigger than you thought. You know?
That's right. I couldn't agree with you more.
Oh, my gosh.
And so, again, we're talking with Doug Casera, as he's representing Plymouth Wesleyan Church and for their relief effort. How do people continue to help here? Because we're getting a truck.
Right.
We're waiting to see how much we can get.
Well, right now we're using the old sanctuary, which we call our chapel now, and we've got everything all categorized out there. The last 2 days they're asking for clothing now because these people have lost everything.
Yeah.
And so they're asking for clothing, and I just happen to have tubs full of baby boys' clothing clear up to adult men, girls' clothing from infants clear up to adult women that was going to go to El Salvador. Well, it's not going to go there anymore. It's going to go to North Carolina. And it's all tubbed, it's all sorted, it's everything else. So you talk about timing. This is just incredible. So, you know, cleaning supplies, spray cleaners, paper towels, buckets, mops, you know, you name it.
Perishable foods and stuff like that.
Non-perishable.
Non-perishable, I'm sorry,
Yeah, Pop-Tarts, cereal bars. I just found out the other day that Walmart has got a box of cereal bars. There's 32 of them, multi-flavors, in a box for a little under $8. And I said, holy schmoly.
Yeah.
So they were doing a thing at Bremen the other day, so I bought like 5 of those and took them over there. And so with paper towels, toilet paper, baby wipes, I mean, all kinds of stuff like that. But it's just, they're looking for water in gallons so they can use it to flush their stools.
Yeah.
Everybody's giving bottled water to drink. Well, yeah, now they need bottled water so they can flush their stool. Now, the electricity is slowly coming on. But it's been, 10 days now for a lot of those people. But feminine hygiene products, they're asking for, not quite yet, blankets, sweatshirts, kind of stuff like that. Baby wipes, diapers, canned foods with the pop can, that you don't need a can opener. Underwear, socks, instant baby formula, that you can just mix up with water and stuff like that. Dog food for those people that still have dogs. You can't go to the store down there and hardly get anything.
No,
because the shelves are clean.
Right. Or the towns are wiped out.
Yeah, and I was reading a story. I'll tell you, if some of this doesn't break your heart, you don't have one. I mean, it's just, they said around that Asheville area, you smell death. Now, whether it's human death or whether it's animal death, but you smell it in the air. And I thought, that's going to linger for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh.
Until they get that town somehow miraculously cleaned up.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. So whatever we can do, to help these people out, I remember, in 19, when we had the flood here, we had all kinds of people coming into Plymouth to help us. Well, it's our turn.
Yes.
It's our turn. And if we can be a little part of that to make their lives a little better and help them through this till they can get back on their feet, and this is going to be going on. This is not the one-shot deal. This is good. We're going to keep this going for a while.
Yeah.
Because they're going to need it. I mean, they're just going to need help. Not only have a lot of them lost their homes, they've lost their places of employment.
Yep.
So, I mean, they couldn't work if they wanted to.
Right.
I mean, and so, yeah.
So, how long are we going to be donating till we send our first truck, do you think?
Well, this first initial is we're going to be collecting through Saturday morning, 9 to 3 every morning during the week. And then Saturday morning, somebody's going to be out there from like 9 to 11. But beyond that, we'll still be collecting stuff. I mean, it's just going to go.
What about monetary donations? That's recommended?
We will take money if people can't, some people get up in age or something like that, and it's hard for them to do stuff. But if they want to make a monetary donation, they will take cash or check. If they want to write a check, they can make it out to Plymouth Wesleyan Church and mark in the memo line hurricane relief, and that way we'll know that's what that's for, and then we can take it to the bank, cash it, and then go buy what they need down there.
Right.
So
right.
yeah. So and I've already had that happen. I had a lady give me $100 Sunday, and so I saw Ollie's had a huge sale on paper towels.
And Pastor Ali is the former pastor of Plymouth Wesleyan. Yeah.
But he doesn't. I teased him about that when I first saw my first Ollie's store. I said, You're two-timing us here. You're not only a pastor, but you got your own department store." He laughed.
Referring to Ollie's here in Plymouth, for example. There's several Ollie's across
And
the
so,
nation.
and yesterday I went out and I bought a bunch of. They got this spray cleaner called Awesome. Well, it's $1.99. It's one of the cheapest spray cleaners you can buy, but it really works well.
Good.
And so, and they didn't have any buckets, so I got to go looking for buckets today. So I may make a call down to our friends down at Toto and see if they have anything down there like that. Mops, buckets, all kinds of stuff like that, cleaning
Right.
supplies and all kinds of stuff. So I'm just kind of running my little legs off here.
Well, there's a lot of area churches that are doing relief efforts, and this one is one that we can promote. Obviously, we can promote the others too, obviously. But it's you talked to me first, and I said absolutely. So,
Sure.
we're looking at this Saturday coming up 9 to 3. Bring in
Yeah,
donations.
9 to 11.
9 to 11.
9 to
I'm sorry.
11. Yeah,
9 to 11.
on Saturday morning, 9 to 3 during the week.
Okay.
If you're part of another church and you guys decide that you want to
Team up.
hey, bring us your stuff and we'll make sure it gets there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the labels are gone right now. It's Christian.
Yep.
It's not Methodist, Presbyterian,
Nope.
Wesleyan,
Has
Baptist.
nothing to do with
It's
that.
nothing to do with it. We're down there. We're going to help people.
Absolutely.
And we're going to do it hook or crook. So we already have other trucks that are lined up for later. That once this first initial load goes, and then we can start working on the next ones because there's going to be a need for next ones.
Oh my goodness!
And so
for a long
yeah.
time.
And then depending on how bad Florida is, I mean, my gosh, I tell you.
Well, Florida's going to get rocked and rocked hard.
Yeah.
That's going to be another one.
Well-
I'm scared to death of that one. You know what what I seen on TV, that of the west coast of Florida, only 30% of the people have flood insurance.
Oh yeah. Oh, you can't hardly afford it.
Yeah.
You can't hardly afford it. Yeah.
You sit back and you go, that shouldn't be.
Yep.
Well,
Well,
and 15% in the Tampa area.
I heard somebody say this back a few years ago. They said there are a lot of ruins around the world of cities that were built where they shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
And America is too young of a country to pick that up. And I'm sorry, if you're going to build right on the water, you're taking
This
a
is
chance.
what happened. This is unfortunately what happens, and
Yep.
it's just still devastating.
And I don't think if I had the money to do it, I don't think I'd question whether or not you should build within 100 miles of the water.
I don't know. There's something to that.
Oh, my gosh.
There's just something to that.
Whew,
So it's
yeah,
very
so-
unfortunate, and
Well, on the news this morning, they had a line of traffic heading north out of Florida. The interstate was just bumper to bumper all the way.
last night when I was doing my sports update for today, it was like 11:30, and the traffic trying to get out of Tampa
Oh yeah.
was just
Yeah.
bumper to bumper.
Yeah, my
And
wife
so,
has a niece down there, and,
Yeah.
and hopefully they're going to leave.
If you stick this one out, you are running a risk.
I,
when you got a governor or the mayor saying, if you stay here, you will die.
Yeah.
I've never heard any mayor say that.
Well, I've liked it a few times where they've said, you can stay if you want to, but if you get in trouble, don't call 911 because we're not coming.
Yeah.
And because we don't want to put our people in danger because you were silly enough to stay.
Well,
And,
and they
it's
were
just-
showing. Of course, the Weather Channel. I got to admit, I pay attention to that when they're like major weather
Oh
incidents
yeah,
happening.
sure.
They did a thing on how high the surge is going to be. That surge wall that Tampa Hospital has is at 15 feet. This is coming in at, this will come in almost around 13, maybe even close to 14.
Woo, wow.
So the waves are still going to be crashing.
Yep.
That wall that's supposed to protect that hospital is, I'm scared for that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, and they showed the entire town of Tampa is going to be underwater.
And then you,
I mean, I'm not talking 3 foot water. We're talking
oh, yeah.
up to 5-6 feet
Yeah, yeah,
after
yeah.
the surge. And then
I've
it-
seen, I was in Hot Springs, Arkansas 20 years ago, 25 years ago, something like that, when they had a heavy rain down there for about 4 days, and there's a natural cavern that runs underneath Hot Springs, and it filled up with water, so there was no place for it to go, and the next thing you know, there's a 6-foot wall of water going right through downtown Hot Springs. And we were down there 2 weeks after it happened, and my goodness gracious, I mean, just the water is just incredible once it gets rolling like that.
It is.
And
yeah.
my gosh, yeah, so.
Well, again, just to kind of reiterate, and what Uncle Doug is, and why he is here, our friends at Plymouth Wesleyan Church, and there are many churches that are doing this, but if everybody wants to collaborate as one, it sure would be nice and very simple to do.
You bet. You bet.
But we're doing hurricane relief for the folks down in, Carolinas that have suffered greatly. And there are other places too.
Sure.
And so we want to make sure that we continue to keep them not just in our thoughts and prayers, but actually help them in ways.
If people want more information, they can call the church at 574-936-3637. If they need me to stop by and pick something up, or make some connection where I can drop stuff off out at the church or something like that, you can text me. Don't call me. Text me, please, at 574-540-9105.
Do that again.
574-540-9105.
Okay.
Yeah, don't call me, because most of the time, if I don't recognize the number, I won't answer it. But if it's usually it's somebody that's a Plymouth number, an Argus number, Bourbon number, usually it's legit, you know. But yeah, so most of the time I will answer those. But yeah, if you have something you want to drop off or donate, whatever, and you can't get it there, and I can, we'll make arrangements to get with you and get it picked up. So yeah.
Well, it sounds like a winner. Thank you, Uncle Doug, and thanks to Plymouth Wesleyan for stepping up and being a location, and we appreciate all the donations so far, which is fantastic, but we got more work to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so
You betcha. Yep.
let's make it happen. And
Yep.
again, 9 to 3 at the church all week,
Yep.
and then on the Saturday from 9 to 11, and
Yes,
then
sir.
we'll get our first batch out
Yep.
on the road to the right
Let's see if we can
locations.
fill that truck this week.
Please do. This is it.
That'd
this
be
is,
awesome.
This is our, like I said, no denomination involved here, baby.
Yep.
This
Yep.
is all Christian work, and we're all
Yep.
Christians, and let's make a difference.
Let's
So,
make it happen.
That's right. Help out a lot of these families who are hurting. All right, we're done. Have yourself a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow morning with more Marshall County Today on Max 98.3.
So you're all done for the day now?
Well, no, I got to do sports.
Oh, okay.
I got to do